Hey guys, welcome back to the next video in the tutorial series. After a long break, I've returned. Kind of lost some motivation recently to continue, so took some time off and worked on my own project. But now I'm back. I got a couple of comments and they motivated me to keep going here, so I really want to finish this series, and I think I will eventually. It just might take me longer than I expected. But alright, so today in this video we're going to add some animation to our bird. So just to recap, if we go into our bird class, the bird is responsible for drawing itself in this draw method. And basically all it does right now is it draws its region, and you pass like the X and Y coordinates, all these other parameters, rotation, and it just draws that region on the screen. So if we want to have an animation, we need to, well, first we need to create different frames of our animation, and then we're going to create like an animation object which comes with LibGDX, and then we're going to switch out this region with whatever the current frame should be. So to get started, let's I'm gonna have to make a few different frames. So I'm gonna make a couple drawings of animation with GIMP here. So let's see, where's this project at? Dev. Projects. There it is. Is it here? There's the bird. Okay, so here's the one frame of animation we have now. It's this every time. So let me just make a new duplicate layer, and we'll just start modifying this one very slightly. We're not going to have that much animation, fancy animation going on. We're just going to flap the wings a little bit. Okay, so that'll be one. Let's export this to, I'll just say bird 2. And we'll duplicate this. Make another little wing here. Okay, good enough for me. I think it's good enough to, I guess, learn how it's done. I'm not going to spend a bunch of time to make good-looking animations, and really the flapping is really all you need. So let me export this. Bird 3. Export. Now we just have to use our texture packer to pack. If I remember how to do that. It's been a while since I looked at this project. Assets. There, assets packer. Yep. So we're going to run this file. I just did Control-Shift-N, assets packer. But you can't run from in here. Can you? No, it just opens the file. How do I run this? I don't know, I guess I have to open Windows Explorer and then run it from there. So double click this. And And there we go. It packed all of our new textures or new regions here into the pack, or into our atlas. So next step is we have to go to our assets class and make new regions. So I'll just call it bird 2 and 3 for the new pictures that we made. So bird 2, bird 3, 2, 3. So there you go. Next thing, we have our regions. Now we're going to make our animation object. So it's just something that comes with LibGDX. And let's see if I'm going to reference how I did this here. Okay, so let me define an animation. Alt-Enter, import, and we're going to choose the 2D animation. Now we just have to initialize this animation class. So we'll do that in the load method. Gets new animation. How do I initialize this? Here's some options. Float. What is the float? How do I go into this class? Okay. So I'm just going to see what the constructors I can use are. Storing the frame duration. Oh yeah, okay. So here's one where the first parameter is the frame duration, so how long each frame is going to be displayed before moving on to the next frame. And then an array of texture regions called keyframes. And we have some other options here like play mode. Play mode is, you can have these different options for how you want the animation played. So you can loop it, you can ping pong it, or just random. So now let's try to initialize. So the first parameter was the frame time. So I guess we'll just say, let's display each one for half a second. And then we need the array of texture regions. So we're going to say new let's see. Yeah. Array texture regions. Okay, but I would have to define this array of texture regions up here and pass it these 3 regions. I think there's an easier. Oh, here it is. This is the one I'm going to use because you can just pass it the texture region ... which means I can just give it a bunch of frames without having to initialize the array of texture regions myself. So let me just get rid of this and we'll do it like so. Bird 2, bird 3. And there we go. We have initialized our bird animation class. Animation.set. Let's set the play mode just to be. Play mode is going to be. I think we're going to do loop ping pong because we want it to play the entire animation and then go backwards from the end back to the beginning. So let's see how that works out. So now, next step, we have to make our bird draw itself according to this animation. So let's go back to bird. And to do this, we need to actually keep track of time in our bird class. So private float time. And when we act in the bird's act method, we are just going to add delta, which is passed to our act method. We're going to add delta to time. So time is just going to keep going up and up as time goes on. And then we're going to use this time value to set the region according to that animation object that we just made. So let's see, let me find the draw method here. Well, I'm still getting used to my IntelliJ here. Control Alt M. No? What? Well, I can't find out how to go to method right now, but so let's just scroll around until we find it. Here it is. That wasn't too bad. I like to try to learn how to do shortcuts, so sorry if that takes up some time, but so here's, it just draws this region every time. We want to change this so that it gets the region, or it sets the region according to the animation. So go back up here to act, and we can just do it up here. Region gets assets.bird animation, get the keyframe from time. Okay. So now this region gets set, and when we go to draw this bird, it's going to draw whatever the region is. I think that's it. Let's just run this and see what happens. Okay. It's flapping very, very slowly. Here you can barely see it because it's the same color as the background. So let's just make this black. Was this bird 3? Yeah. Bird 2. Okay. I'm going to change it to black just so that it's more visible. I guess I could change the background too, but let's just go through the steps again. Pack it up. And let's also change the length of time. I think 0.2 seconds on each frame would be more reasonable. I want them to flap faster. Still not fast enough for me. Run again. A lot of this game development stuff is trial and error. You just have to keep going back, keep changing things until it looks right. I think the coloring of our bird could be a lot nicer if we were going to really polish this game. I think the black looks kind of weird, but obviously this is just to show you guys how to do stuff. You can put whatever you want for the bird here. While we're here, let's fix this bug where the bird goes behind the pipes. To do that, I think all we have to do is make sure that this bird is added to the stage last, because the stage draws its objects in the order that they're added, so as long as the bird is last, the bird will be on top of the pipes. So where is that done? I think that's done in the gameplay screen, where it adds all these actors. So here it adds the bird, then it adds the pipes. So let's just we'll add the bird last. That should fix that. Let's see, what would the next thing to do be? Well, I think that's it for this video. I'm going to keep it short. Next video I'll probably do right now, and it'll probably be a video on actions, which is something that I use a lot of, and it's really good to know how to use actions, how to basically actions just move things around on the screen smoothly for you, and you don't have to write a lot of code to do it, because you can just use an action on whatever actors you want, and LibGDX just takes care of everything for you. So that's it'll be a good video, a good learning video for you guys if you yeah. It's just good to know, so I'll do that in the next video here. But thanks for continuing to watch, and see you guys in a second. Bye.